Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video, the only way I've ever lost weight. My name is Elisha Bell, my friends call me E, and if you've been around here then you probably know what I'm going to say, but if you're one of those people still on the diet roller coaster, especially if you did a 2025 New Year's resolution to lose weight, I feel ya. I spent over 3 decades of my life obsessed with dieting. And now I've spent the last 5 or 6 years on YouTube talking about how I'm done dieting, and thankfully I finally figured out the healthiest diet on the planet. I was 6 years old when I started getting teased about my weight, and I internalized so much of that throughout the decades of struggling with friendships, relationships. Like anytime I didn't fit in somewhere, I blamed my weight. So I understand there are a lot of psychological factors and mental health issues that also go into diet and weight loss. And I'm actually just uncovering even more of these over the last couple years, getting diagnosed as neurodivergent. But regardless of being neurodivergent or neurotypical, the healthiest diet on the planet for human beings is still going to be that whole food plant-based diet that Dr. McDougall has been talking about for decades. If you haven't heard of Dr. John McDougall and the Starch Solution and his program for maximum weight loss, and especially his book, The Healthiest Diet on the Planet, these are literally the only resources you're going to need to start a healthier lifestyle. And that's not to discredit any of the other amazing plant-based doctors out there. Truly, it was watching vegan documentaries and then reading the books from the doctors in those documentaries that changed my life, changed everything about my life, not just the physical stuff, but like would I have ever gotten as deep into my mental health help as I have if I hadn't, figured out the weight loss piece. Because now looking back, I really feel like my obsession, my special interest in diet and weight loss and getting a physical body to look the way I wanted it to, so much of that obsession and putting all of my focus on my physical appearance, it really distracted from a lot of the mental health stuff. And like I mentioned a minute ago, whenever something wouldn't work out in my life, I would always blame my weight. I didn't fit in with this group because of my weight, or get this job, or didn't have a relationship. Everything just came back to me feeling like my physical appearance was to blame for not being successful in life. So when I got to the point of being relatively happy with how I looked, when I moved out to Las Vegas to pursue opportunities more in line with like health and fitness and yoga, it didn't take long for me to start questioning, why was everything still so hard for me? Why did I look the part and I could play the part? Why did I not still feel like I belonged? Why did I still feel so uncomfortable with everything? So I guess the point I'm trying to make is that weight loss won't solve all your problems. It might even uncover more that you didn't know you had because you were so distracted with the obsession on weight loss. But once I could stop some of that obsession with the weight loss, it gave me the space to think about these other things, to deal with them, and ultimately to take care of myself in a way that wasn't constantly beating myself up for not looking the way I thought I should, and then blaming everything that wasn't right in my life on my weight. And for the record, this isn't to sound judgmental or looking down on anybody who's in a bigger body or feels overweight or uncomfortable. Like, I would never say negative things about people's weight after everything I have heard for decades. So all I'm trying to do is share my experience of decades of dieting, dozens of different diets, growing up in a fast food franchise family, eating the standard American diet, and how I've been able to navigate these different changes from vegetarian to vegan to whole food, plant-based, no oil. And finally, we're gonna get to the point of this video, which is the only way I have ever lost weight. And that is from Dr. McDougall, the whole food, plant-based, no oil way of eating. So it has now been almost 4.5 years since I discovered Dr. McDougall and started following the Starch Solution. And I've been documenting this weight loss journey on my YouTube channel, ups and downs and everything in between. But the point I keep coming back to over and over again in these videos is if I want to maintain my weight with no effort, it's the Starch Solution. And if I need to lose weight, I follow Dr. McDougall's maximum weight loss. Cutting out meat and cutting out dairy was not enough for me to keep the weight off. It is really focusing on eating a starch-based diet to give your body the fuel it needs and to keep you full. Like, how many of us have tried salad diets? I'm gonna eat salads. I'm gonna be so healthy eating salads. Salads aren't filling, like, unless you're putting some good starchy carbohydrates on them. Usually, even if you cover it with meat and cheese and dressing and egg and like, just thinking about some of those salad bars I used to visit back in those days, like, you still end up so hungry because we need starch, we need carbohydrates. This is the fuel of our brain, the fuel of our bodies. And it's just really been in the last 25 years or so that we've gotten so afraid of carbs. I did my first low carb diet in 2002 when I was in college. And it gave me such horrible brain fog. Like, it was so impossible to focus in class. I feel like I have done most of the diets out there. Even when I started talking about dieting on my YouTube channel, I was like, I'm done dieting. Well, now I'm gonna try the raw till 4 diet. And it was just like, always trying to grasp onto that answer. What is going to be the answer that's actually going to get me to quit dieting? And the answer is the whole food, plant-based diet with no oil, like, and I know the no oil part is a part that many people resist. When I say that, a lot of people are like, what about olive oil? And when I try to talk about calorie density and, you know, a tablespoon of oil having 120 calories versus like a pound of broccoli, like, which one's gonna fill up your stomach, keep you full, give you energy? Like, but the thing is, once you eliminate that oil, the greasy taste, it doesn't taste good anymore. And then when you taste it, you're like, I can tell this has oil, I can tell this was fried. Like, I grew up eating Kentucky Fried Chicken, working for 2 decades. Like, I'm very familiar with fried food, whether it's poultry or vegetable. Once you try to give up the oil, you really start to recognize the flavors of food and spices. And especially if you can just try it for 10 days. 10 days is about how long your taste bud cells on your tongue live. So in about 10 days, you're gonna have all new taste bud cells there. And if you haven't eaten oil in 10 days, they're not even gonna know what oil tastes like, right? So if your 2025 diet resolution is not working out, maybe check out Dr. McDougall's Starch Solution or the healthiest diet on the planet. I would definitely start there, just introducing more carbs, less oil, figuring out some really good recipes, which of course I have a ton of here on this YouTube channel. And then I think once you're familiar with a whole food plant-based diet, then if you really want to crank up the weight loss, check out the Maximum Weight Loss 50/50 plates. And if you need a weight loss buddy, you can join me because I am going to be starting a couple weeks, maybe a month. We'll see how it goes. But I do want to do a few weeks of focused maximum weight loss eating this spring, just to kind of reset. I think I've gained a little bit of weight this winter, but I'm not even stepping on the scale. I don't even want to know what the number on the scale says. I can tell by the way my clothes are fitting and everything. It's like, it's nothing out of control, but I'd still like to just get back into some of those healthy habits. And for me, sharing my grocery shopping and my meal prep and all that stuff, that helps keep me on track. And like I said, I spent so many decades myself floundering, just like trying any diet I could hear of and buying any gadget or gizmo. It's so much marketing, and I was very easily marketable. I don't know if that's the right word. I fell for the marketing because I was so desperate to lose weight because I thought that was going to be the key to happiness. And I don't want to be one of those people that says like losing weight won't make you happy, like the way rich people say money won't make you happy. But if all of your problems are because you need money to solve them, it's like Ariana Grande says, whoever said money can't solve your problems must not have had enough money to solve them. Anyway, I'm not saying weight loss will make you happy, but if your weight is making you deeply unhappy for decades, like how I felt, then yeah, not stressing out about weight loss all the time, like you do have some more confidence and happiness in daily life. Like when I was overweight and people would look at me in the grocery store, I would think, oh my God, they're thinking I'm so fat. Why am I buying this? Or they're looking at my shopping cart. Like that kind of paranoia. Like I know that's not probably mentally healthy, but that's the point, is that I was so obsessed with the way I looked and the way I thought people were perceiving me that that's what I would think they were thinking. Like, but weirdly, like I do feel proud of my grocery cart at the grocery store when it's just like brimming with fruits and vegetables and potatoes, and you know, I'm like, yeah, I do feel healthy pushing this grocery cart around. Like, anyway, I do want to sit down and film another video about weight loss and mental health. So if you have any questions or comments about that, feel free to leave them below this video. I think I want to think about that for another week or so before I sit down and film that. But I do think it's very important. I do think it's important for me to talk about after living my life. So thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today to watch this video. I hope you found some value in it. And if you're still looking for that weight loss solution, I hope you go check out the Starch Solution and Dr. McDougall. All right, I think that's all I have to say for today. Until next time, be lazy, be well. So the point I'm trying to make, what is the point I'm trying to make? So I guess the point I'm trying to make is that weight loss, oh Penny, I'm not ready. Maintain my weight effortless, or this is not what I want to say. Cut all that. Oh, my leg, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my foot is so asleep. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I don't think I can stand on it.